Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Termination. Hopefully you're having a great day. We are having a good day as well. It's a very sunny day outside here in Palmer, Alaska. Weather's pretty good. 37 degrees, which is warm for us. I know a lot of people are going to hear that and be like, oh, you're out of your mind. But 37 degrees is a warm day for us, and it's only going to get warmer from here on out. I think winter's mostly done, hopefully. We still have a lot of snow around. Well, not a lot for us, but there's still a lot of snow on the ground. But as I said, for us, it is a very mild winter. So that being said, that's why I was able to get some of the RC cars outside, and I still have a few to get outside. I'm going to do probably a run on a bunch of Banggood specials, but we'll get to that later. Today, we have on the desk RC car, LiPo battery chargers, and it charges other things other than just LiPos, but you charge your LiPo batteries with these. Now, a lot of our ready-to-run cars, RTRs, a lot of them, not from the big name manufacturers like ARMA or Traxxas or whatnot, but a lot of them come, if you order them from Banggood, come with a battery and a charger, which is a very convenient thing. The chargers are usually something similar to this, which is a compact B3 Pro, I guess, charger. Honestly, I've never used it. But they'll come, and they'll be very basic. And they'll have a cable, and yeah, they'll be a very basic-looking charger. And this probably came with one of my RCs, and I just end up throwing them in the drawer in case I ever do need to use them. But very basic. They take quite a long time to charge because they charge at a very low amperage, very low rate. I think the max charge current is 800 milliamps. So not even 1 amp. So 800 milliamps, not even 1 amp charge, which is why they'll take a while. They'll get the job done and you'll be able to use them, but they'll take a while. So what ends up happening inevitably is if you stay in the hobby, you end up upgrading. One of the first chargers that I upgraded to was this LiPo balance charger by IMAX. It's a IMAX B6 charger. This one, it was good for what I had it for. It does charging, and you can do a little bit of balancing, but it's kind of a bare bones charger. Ports are back on this side here, and you can see the difference. I'll show you when I show you the other chargers how those ports are situated. And it takes an adapter here, and that's also a difference from a lot of the other chargers that, or a couple of the other chargers that I'll be showing, that they don't have that little AC adapter port. They just plug straight into the wall. And then these are your balance ports, and these are what are going to plug into the main body of the battery. You'll use an adapter like, I see, like this. You'll plug it in, and then your balance ports are right there. You'll charge it. This one is not automatic, so you'll go through and have to select battery type, and then give it all the information you want. And it takes a little bit of knowledge, and which is good to have. I really recommend getting something in the beginning like this, because it'll help you understand what's going on with the batteries when you're charging them, and they'll get you going. It isn't going to be something you want to have permanently. I wouldn't use this permanently, but it's going to get you started, and it will get your battery charged significantly faster than the B3 Pro, one that comes with the chargers. And the amperage rate, charge rate on this one is all the way up to 6 amps. So that one wouldn't even make it to 1 amp. This one will charge from 0.1 to 6 amps. So that's significantly 6 times faster, more than 6 times faster than that other one. So the IMAX B6, I'm not recommending this particular brand or model or anything. I'm not doing that in this video. I'm just showing you what is out there and what you're going to want to get used to. So that IMAX B6, great charger. Then after that, I stepped up to a Q6 by ISDT Nano. And this charger is a small, compact DC charger. See it there. Plugs in with a DC module there. And there's your balance port. It's a nice, again, a small, simple charger, good for beginning. you doing charges when you only have a couple of RC cars and you're not really demanding speed and precision and stuff like that. You're okay with using something small, and these are great. There's nothing wrong with them. I've used them. I use those 3 types for a long time, for quite a while, and then after using those for a significant portion of time, I said, you know what? I have several RC cars, and I want to use something more. And I went with something more, and that was a Spectrum Smart Charger S1100. And the Spectrum Smart Charger did step it up, because when you have one of these, you can go through and select what battery type you're going to charge. You get that screen there, which pops up. And then back, I think. And then you can go through and you can go, you want to do what task you want to do. Do you want to charge, discharge, or storage? You got the current, you can pick this one goes all the way up to 10 amps. So 10 times faster than the original charger. At 10 times, more than 10 times faster than it. It has smart battery settings, system settings, charger history, whatnot. And let's see back. No battery detected because there's no battery. But we get back to the menu. But this charger was a big and significant step up. It wasn't what I rested on, but it was definitely a step up from the other chargers that I had. And I used it quite a bit. I did not like some of the smart features of it. That was just me personally. I like to be more in control and be able to see things that this wouldn't show me. And so I used it quite a bit, and I had 2 of them actually. One of them broke, one of them quit working, and I had 2 of them. And yeah, so I used them, and then I said, you know what, I need something better, bigger, better, faster, more, because that's, well, we're playing a hobby that talks about bigger, better, faster, more. So I went bigger, better, faster, more, and that led me to the T400 Pro. It's a touch screen balance charger and discharger. And one of this is the one I'm currently using. This is the charger that I currently charge most of my batteries on. I do have a Traxxas charger for specifically Traxxas batteries. They make a great charger, and I use it just for their batteries because that's what it's designed for. Because I invested in a few different Traxxas rigs and Traxxas batteries because I wanted to compare and contrast between a generic battery or aftermarket battery or what they recommend. So I got that charger to do that. And then this charges even those. This will charge Traxxas batteries. It'll charge the Spectrum Smart batteries. This will charge anything. And I have to caveat, it'll charge a Spectrum Smart battery if it has a balance lead. So that's as far as I know. It has more information here, but I haven't delved into the other smart features of it. So it may be able to charge the other smart batteries. I'm just not 100% on that. So take that as it is. I can't say because I haven't used those features yet. The features I have used, I absolutely, positively, 100% like. And those features are, as I said, the touchscreen of it. Let's see if I can scoot this over just a wee bit more. Let's see if I can get you a better view. So the touchscreen features of it, the LiPo. So if I want to charge a LiPo battery, I just touch the word LiPo there, and it's got to see. And then it shows storage, charge, balance charge, discharge up on the top of the screen. So I can select what I want it to do. Do I want it to do a storage charge? Do I want to do a regular charge? Do I want to do a balance charge? Do I want to do a discharge? It also gives me a battery cell. It can either go auto, or I can tell it how many cells it has from 1S all the way up to, I think it's 6S. 1S up to 6S. That's the size of the battery. And we'll go into that later with the battery review we're going to do. But what it also does is it gives me the charge current. And this one will do all the way up to, I want to say 12. yep, 12 amps. This one, so it will do, so this one that comes with the RC cars does not even 1 amp. This one does 12 amps max charge rate. So it is over 12 times faster than that, because that's barely up to, or that's 800 amps. This is 12, or 800 milliamps, and this is 12 amps. 1,000 milliamps in an amp. So there you go. So this is over 12 times faster than that IMAX B3 charger. So you can select your amperage rate, your charge rate, and your discharge current. You can set that if you want to go below 3.8. I wouldn't recommend, but you can also end voltage, and that's always 420. Yeah. So that's always 420 on your cells, but it gives you the ability, this charger does, to look at the individual cells and see which ones are taking what amount of voltage and amperage and whatnot. You can view all of that in this charger. So then you also have a save function where you can save those settings and customize and make different profiles for different batteries that you know you're going to use. So then we'll hit the back button, and that's just for LiPo. Then it's got LiFe, LiLo, lithium, or LiO, lithium ion, HV, nickel metal hydride, NiCad batteries, and even lead acid batteries. It will charge a lead acid battery if you wanted to. And then it has the smart batteries also. As I said, I haven't played around with the smart features, but then you go into it's got settings menus which you can delve way into, the memories, the monitor, and one of the cool features I have used quite a bit is the monitor feature, because it'll monitor the cells. If I just stick a battery on there, monitor it, and say, tell me what temperature it is, tell me what the cell's doing, blah, blah, and I can give you all that information right on the screen. It's a 2-channel charger as well, and that's also a great feature. So it does this all. You see all this going on. That's for 1 channel. And then if I want to throw another battery on there, I'll hit channel 2, and it gives me all those same features as well. So I have an option of to work between 2 batteries, and it charges them incredibly fast, 2 batteries. Even my 6S batteries, I have some 6S batteries, and it charges them incredibly quickly. Now, one thing I do also want to recommend, as I said, this is the charger that I stopped on. This is the charger that I've been using, and the one that I kind of go with for now. I don't know if I'm going to change in the future. I have ideas of things I do want to see that this one doesn't do, but for now, this one is a very good charger, and I've really enjoyed using it. It's got a lot of great safety features on for if the charge stalls, if the current tries to get too high, too low, if the battery gets too warm, too hot, it'll take care of all of that in this charger, and that's, to me, is brilliant. Again, to charge batteries with this one, like this one has that little port there, but this one does not. It has, again, where you'll take leads like these, plug them in, and then you have an option of several different styles of batteries you can charge. XT60s to the Traxxas, to Tamiya's, to Dean's T, whatever. You can even charge the smaller amperage batteries. We've got the connections there. And then the IC3s. It's got theirs, but it'll adapt up. So it's got a significant advantage there when you have this style of charger. Another great feature, or another great thing to consider when you're buying a charger like this, is don't just get the charger, because the balance leads tend to be extremely small on these batteries. So then you'll end up trying to charge, plugging it in on one side, and then trying to wiggle this into that little port there. And that you can damage these. These are not extremely sturdy, these balance ports. So what I end up typically doing is I'll charge my battery, I'll plug the battery into whatever port that I need to charge it into on this, and then I recommend you picking up a couple of these little adapters. Not expensive. I think I got 2 of them for maybe $8 on Amazon. You can plug this right into here, to your balance port. And that way you don't have to drag that balance port from the battery all around to get into here and make it a tight fit. It can sit there and it's less stress on that port, because I have damaged these and that will interfere with your fun, because you'll have to fix it. You'll get an error saying your battery can't charge, and then you'll have to figure out why, and it can be because you just damaged that balance lead. So you want to kind of protect that, and this helps protect that balance lead. So I highly recommend doing it. And this goes everywhere up from 2S all the way up to 6S, so you'll be able to plug that right into there, and you'll hopefully be set and pretty well for that. So the next thing we're going to do is talk about batteries. Let me put these away. Now, there are a lot of sizes of batteries. We'll start at, oh, jeez. He does not want to come out of there, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. You can see it on there. You'll have a listing of battery sizes. You'll have 2S, 3S, 4S, 5S, 6S batteries. Those are going to be your typical sizes of batteries. You can get different sizes from to 7S and these oddball kind of sizes, but that's not the standard, and that's not what most everybody uses. Most everybody's going to use 2S, 3S, 6S, and 2S, 3S, 4S, 6S. Those are going to be your typical batteries that you're going to end up using. And like this battery here, large battery, 22.2 volts, 650 milliamp hours, 100C discharge rate, and it is a 6S battery. And how do I know it's a 6S battery? 22.2 volts. Half of 22 is going to be 11.1 volts, and that's going to be a 3S battery. So I doubled that up, and this is a 6S battery. And it's just a single 6S battery. Usually when you're running 6S, quite often you'll run it as 2 3S's. So that's a 6S. This is a 4S battery. 14.8 volts, 4S. It's got 120C discharge rate, 5,500 milliamp hours. Very powerful little battery. I use this a lot in, say, my Super Baja Ray, Super Rock Rays. This is what I usually run on those. I'll also use these batteries. I like them because they are hard case for one. I'll use them in my 4S rig, like my Traxxas. I might use that battery with an adapter. I'll use it in quite a few things. It gets a lot of use, those 4S batteries do. I like 4S rigs a lot, or 4S and 8S rigs a lot. I have several of them. So depending on what size vehicles you have, you may want to get more 4S's than you have 6S's, or more 3S's than you have 4S's, just depending on what type of vehicle it is. And those 3S's, that's talking about the voltage that the battery is going to be putting out. So that's why I end up using it. So there's several different things you can do. One of the things I will put up on the screen for you guys is the ESC and its conversion of amps, what size amps a particular ESC has, and it shows you what size amperage and what size battery goes with that amperage. And that's a very important thing to keep in mind when you're doing modeling work and whatnot. So hopefully that's on the screen for you guys. Take a look at that. You might want to screenshot it. I don't know. But it's a very convenient chart that I use for working on my RCs. Or if I'm going to put a different ESC inside a different RC car, I got to pay attention to how many amps that ESC that is rated to, and how many or what size battery I can then put inside it. So you don't want to burn out the ESC. You don't want to burn anything up. So you want to pay strict attention to the size of the ESC compared to the battery you're putting in it. And if you're putting in it a big rig, say if you're working on something like a Super Rock Ray, which is an 8S rig, you're going to want to put in a larger ESC that can handle the voltage of, say, 6S or 8S. And I strictly run those things on 8S because they're kind of sluggish on 6S. But you want to pay attention to that. It'll help you out, and it'll help you not destroy things. I have burnt up ESCs before, but not paying attention to or not putting the right battery with the ESC. So that's something I would tell you guys to watch out for, especially people getting new into the hobby. Even if you've been in the hobby for a while, I've been in the hobby for a little while, and I have done it. I can't lie, I have done that. Another great thing about this charger, again, I think I mentioned it earlier about safety features. It has a lot of safety features, and that's very important when it comes to these chargers. Like, you're going to see something like this, these little ones that come with it, not a lot of safety features on these little chargers that come with it, but they charge it at such a slow rate, you're probably not going to have any problem. But something that charges at a high rate, like 12 amps, 10 amps, you're going to want to have some sort of protection, and that's what these things also provide. Some sort of just in the side of your head that you know that that's not going to blow that battery up. It's not going to overcharge it and suddenly I'm going to have a fire. They are designed with a lot of fail safes to protect the battery and you. So those explosions and whatnot that you've seen on videos, I'm sure, don't happen. LiPos can be dangerous, yes, but they're also, if you treat them right and pay attention to what they need, they're sturdy and solid. You see people sending cars into the air 50 feet and smashing them onto the ground, and the batteries are perfectly fine. So you can do these crazy things with the cars. The batteries are pretty sturdy, but I think the biggest threat to anybody when dealing with these LiPo batteries is charging. And that's why don't skimp, get yourself the best charger you can. Something that you think is going to be easy for you to understand. That's why I picked this T400 Pro. It's by HTRC. It's a T400 Pro, and it has a touchscreen, which for me, I like the touchscreens. I have more control, I feel, and I can navigate around inside menus a lot easier. I don't get lost as much. So that's one of the reasons why I picked this touchscreen charger. But whatever works the best for you, whatever you are the most comfortable with, is the charger that I recommend. I don't want to say one is better than the other. I just giving you the numbers on facts of which ones have higher charging rates and which ones are slower and why. So you want to pay attention to the max output of amperage is like 12 amps on this one, 10 on this one, I think 6 on that IMAX. So you're going to want to pay attention to that, because that will help you determine which charge you want. If you're going to be waking up in the morning and you're going to want to go out early and run some RCs, and you want to be able to throw it on a charger like this, it's going to charge it quick. I can do a 4S battery in about an hour or less, and it definitely changes your game, and then you're not so dreading charging the battery. So anyway, I wanted to go over that with you guys, and we will have some more information available. I just want to go over chargers and batteries because they are such, they are the guts of the machine, that we're playing with. So it's extremely important, and there also can be the most dangerous part of the machine we're playing with. So I wanted to go over that with you, and I can't stress it enough. I have by my charging area that I charge the batteries at, I have fire extinguisher over there. I've got one over in a cupboard over here. I've got them all over the house because if something does happen, you want to be prepared. It's not that expensive to get the fire extinguishers, and they sell them in little canisters too. You get the small little spray can fire extinguishers very inexpensively, but they give you that peace of mind. If something does happen, at least you're ready. Also, I have a flam cabinet that I store my batteries in typically, and I have the LiPo bags that I also store them in. And you can get the LiPo bags really inexpensively. They tend not to charge you a whole lot for them. They look sort of like this, and it's just a LiPo guard bag. It'll hold several batteries. And I have this one. I've got a larger one. Oh, right over here. So I've got larger bags, I've got smaller bags, I've got several bags because, well, I've got several different styles of RCs that I run, and they take all sorts of different batteries. But you want to have something like this just in case. Because say something does happen, you can throw it in one of these, and it buys you a little time. You know, that's what matters. It buys you a little bit of time, and that could be the world right there. So. I wanted to share my thoughts on that with you guys. Hopefully you're having a great day, as I said. It's a Thursday. We're getting closer to the weekend, and we'll be getting outside with some RCs and some drones this weekend. I'm really looking forward to sharing that video with you guys. I really would like to get close to a couple of glaciers. We'll see if that happens. My wife and I might drive up to Matanuska Glacier and do a look out there and take the drone out flying over it. That would be awesome, I think. We'll see if the weather permits that. But otherwise, hopefully you guys are, as I said, doing well. And thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. We're always excited to hear from the viewers out there. And we want to share our knowledge with you. And you guys share your knowledge with us, because I certainly don't know everything about RCs or whatnot. I'm just learning it. And it's a fun hobby to learn. And that's the key part of it. It's a hobby, and it's learning, always learning, never stop. And we're excited to hear your comments and share your knowledge with us. Hit that like and subscribe if you can. We appreciate that as well. Yeah, I know. Smash the bell, as they say. We appreciate that if you could, and join the channel, join the community here at Termination Dust RC. So that all being said, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for watching. We'll be doing some fun things in the next couple of days. Hopefully you join us. Thank you very much. Think for yourself. Take care of others. Much love.